Hi, I'm Aurora Lipper from Supercharged Science. You can find me at superchargedscience.com or Facebook me at aurora.lipper. In the next 2 to 3 minutes in this video, I'm going to show you what kids really need to know when it comes to science. I'm going to teach you how to deliver that information to really teach your kids long term. Kids who have a solid science and technology background are better equipped to go to college and will have many more choices once they get out in the real world. Now, learning science isn't just a matter of memorizing facts and theories. On the contrary, it's developing a deep curiosity about the world around us and having a set of tools that lets kids explore the curiosity to answer their own questions. Teaching science in this kind of way isn't just a matter of putting together a textbook with a few science experiments and science kits. Science education is a 3-step process, and I mean teaching science the way your kids will really understand and remember. So here are the steps. First, get the kids genuinely interested and excited about a topic. Second, give them hands-on activities and experiments that make the topic meaningful. And third, teach the supporting academics, scientific concepts, and theory. Now, most science books and curriculum just focus on just the third step, and many throw in experiments as just kind of like an afterthought. That's just not how kids learn. There is a better way. When you provide your kids with these 3 keys in this order, you can give your kids the kind of science education that not only excites them, but that they remember for years to come. So now you know the steps, but what do? First of all, don't worry. This isn't something that takes years and years to do. It just takes commitment. What I'm going to describe can take a bit of work as a parent, but it doesn't have to. There is a shortcut process that I'm going to talk about a little bit later that'll get you the same results. So here's how I'm going to put this into action. Step 1, get the students genuinely interested and excited about a topic. First, you want to start by deciding what topic do you want your students to learn. Then you're going to get them really interested in it. For example, suppose I want my 5th grader to learn about aerodynamics. I'll arrange for them to watch a video of what it's like to go up in a small plane, or maybe I'll even find a friend who is a pilot and can come talk to them. This is the kind of experience that will really excite my kids. If you want to learn more about how to teach science this way, I regularly give free online video classes for teachers and homeschool parents. You can click the link below to register for my next teleclass where you'll see these steps in action. Step 2. Give your students hands-on activities and experiments that will make the topic meaningful. This is where I take that excitement and I let them explore it. I have flying lesson videos, airplane books, and real pilots interacting with my students. I'll also show videos on how pilots plan for a flight. My students will learn about navigation, they'll figure out how much fuel is needed for the flight, how much weight an airplane carries affects the aerodynamics and how it flies, and so much more. Did I just spot a future math lesson in there also? I'll use pilot training videos to help us figure all this out. Short of a live demo, a video is an incredibly powerful tool for learning, and my library is stocked with them. Now, my students are incredibly excited at this point about anything that has to do with airplanes and flying. They all want to be pilots someday and are already wanting flying lessons. Remember, they're 5th graders. They're only 10 years old. Step 3. Teach the supporting academics and theory. Now it's time to introduce the academics. Honestly, I have my pick of so many topics because flying includes so many different fields. I mean, my students use angles and math in flight planning, mechanics and energy in how an engine works, electricity in all the equipment on board the plane, and of course, aerodynamics to help keep their plane in the air. That's just to name a few. I'm going to use this as a foundation to teach the academic side of all the topics that are appropriate. So throughout this, I'm giving them a chance to talk with a real pilot in class and to share what they've learned with each other and even plan a real flight. I mean, how cool is that to a kid? You get the idea. The key is first to focus on building interest and excitement first, then the academics are easy to get the students to learn. Try starting with the academics and, well, we've all had the experience of trying to get kids to do something they really don't want to do. Okay, so what have we learned? We've learned that science education is a three-step process, and I mean teaching science in a way that your kids will really understand and remember long term. Now, if you're considering investing in a science curriculum program, before you purchase any textbook or curriculum, including mine, you've got to make sure you're crystal clear about your educational goals. Just like an airplane that takes off from an airport, if you don't plan your destination ahead of time, you're never going to make it. Airplanes never take off without knowing which airport they intend to land at, and your education for your child is no different. You can't find the perfect curriculum for your child unless you first figure out what your goal is and how you know when you've achieved it. It's a lot like walking through the grocery store right before dinner without a list. You've got to know something about what you're after, or there's way too many choices. However, if you're looking for things for a barbecue steak dinner, suddenly it's a lot easier to pick up the items you need. Hey, I hope you've enjoyed this video and really gotten something of value out of it. Your next step should be to take a look at how you're teaching science now and simply ask, are my students getting the results I want for their science education? After this, consider how you can implement the 3 key steps we just talked about. Either go through them yourself or use a program that does this for you. So, long story short, you need to get kids fired up about a subject and then start teaching them the stuff they know. The way most kids learn is not the easiest or the best for long-term success. That's why I work so hard to get kids interested in science by letting them play with experiments first, whether it's listening to astronaut interviews, learning how to fly an airplane, launching rockets, building laser light shows, and so forth. And then when they're excited about it, that's when it's really the easiest to teach them, and it sticks. My hope is that you will have now some new tools in your teaching toolbox to give the kids the best start you can. My best wishes to you and your students. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the lab.